Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. Tonight we have another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards. In light of recent announcements on public news radio and TV, there is a bit of a stir in the supernatural community, as I'm sure there are in the actual human societies. This will be an open social scene for the Emerald Mother, which is allowing all people to jump in as they'd like. Go ahead and intro your guys' characters. I'll handle NPCs until such time as I can intro a PC.
Well, David would drive the two of them to the Emerald Mother just for the chance to get out again. You know, when it's not raining this time, hopefully.
You drive?
It's a clear night.
Let the guy with less rage drive.
No. It keeps the police officers at bay. Because they're too afraid to come up. And they'll park the car and then come to the entrance. Oh man. Depends on how well is the bouncer one of the changelings right now.
Yes, it's actually a really buff-looking Nordic fellow.
Well, as far as that goes, we're finality sawed off.
However, if you attempt to enter, he will approach you and say, all weapons and items of aggressive intent must be left at the door. You will receive a check for it, at which point once you leave, you will be allowed to reclaim them.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, what?
He's got a tattoo that is an actual weapon. As it's a fetish that he keeps bound to his skin.
Okay, I know how that works. It's part of using the Rite of Enchant Talisman. There's only one form where you do not have to burn Gnosis to draw it, and it's the form that you had it enchanted into. So, first of all, if you shift form in the middle of the place, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Second of all, you'll be prevented from actively using the Gnosis needed to draw it while you're inside the Emerald Mother.
Yeah. And
so he's not noticing the tattoo, so if you don't bring attention to it, it won't matter.
Yeah. You know, and considering that he's wearing a jacket, the shotgun across his back is probably pretty well hidden as a tattoo.
Right.
Yeah, so he's not going to bring it to attention, just he'll go, fully let him pat him down, but finality of base of 8 and just goes upwards from there. So.
Well, shortly behind David, I will approach him and kind of smile with a nice ow.
I know, I'm sorry.
With a nice toothy grin that looks more predator than pleasant. And I'll be dressed in a loose business casual attire. And I will be wearing a loose jacket, and if you happen to spot the back of my neck or my back, I also have tattoos.
The question is, do the alarms or metal detectors go off at all when you enter?
Me?
Like if they run the sensors over you, is it going to trigger any weapons?
Not weapons, but maybe my belt buckle. But
that's fine. He will actually look at the biometric scanner readout and say, interesting.
I'm burning a little hot.
You both are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll kind of give him that.
Even worse, we're in a form that we regenerate in, so.
Yeah.
So we're running probably a little bit hot. Just a little.
Well, actually, shifters have a higher biometric readout and a higher body temperature than other supernaturals.
Yeah. just because werewolf.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only item that I actually have is the spider
Right.
satchel.
Okay.
So,
So he will wave you in and say, "Be on your best behavior. We do not like those who cause grievous injury or outright offense to others. This is a place of peace and a sanctuary."
duly noted.
All right.
Yes.
So as you guys walk in, places bopping a little. You're given a wide berth by humans and servers alike. You get to the bar and there's a. You guys have all heard the description for Bill the Barkeep before.
Yep.
Yeah, he's standing behind the bar, looking at you two up and down, listening to something on his ear. What can I get you guys to drink?
Oh. Whiskey and Coke.
What kind of whiskey? Irish or Scotch? Or do you want that, Kentucky bourbon stuff?
I'll go with Scotch. A little bit closer to home.
Okay. He'll mix up one with a bottle that says Glenlivet and set it down. Would you want to start a tab or would you like to pay per drink?
Start a tab.
He'll hold out a hand credit card.
Yeah. He'll
Take the
rifle through
credit
his
card.
pocket and hand him one of the silver ones.
Okay. He'll write down something on a note tab, take the name, write it down, and put it underneath the card and put it underneath the register. What about you?
Yep.
Do you have anything with meat?
Meat? I do have a full kitchen. We can make you steak, we can make you hamburgers, chicken wings.
Yes.
To which?
Any of it? All of it? Sure. Why not?
He's going to look at David. This guy on your tab?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so he's going to write down a order of 24 chicken wings. How do you want your steak?
Blue.
I can't serve it blue. How about mid blue?
How about bleeding?
That'll work. Rare steak.
And the chicken wings unbreaded.
All right. I'll write that down. And do you want the hamburger or just want to go with the steak for now?
Yeah, I'm good with the steak and the wings.
All right. So he'll tap it into the POS system and send it over. Then put it with the card. Do you want anything to drink? Melted snowman?
Melted snowman?
It's water.
Give me what he got, I guess.
He's gonna look at David. Okay. And he's gonna mix him up another drink and set it down.
I'm going to pick it up and taste it. And I kind of just...
Has your character ever had alcohol before?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. What's your stamina? Unmodified.
3.
Okay, then. Okay, then. If it's a 3 stamina and you've never tasted alcohol before, it's a little strong. So it's going to hit your brain sharply, but not incapacitatingly, so to where you have to roll stamina. If you continue to drink it, though, you will have to start making stamina rolls.
Except for we're in a form that we regenerate, so it's going to bleed off.
That's
quickly.
fine. However, the alcohol intoxication will still be apparent at one point.
It's whiskey and Coke, right?
Yeah.
I'll kind of just wrinkle my nose and I'll have this aura of just disgust and I'll be staring at the glass and put it back down. Not as good as the Hunt.
That's Glenlivet. That's aged 20 years. That's
Well,
some.
It went bad as soon as it came out of wherever it came from.
He's gonna look at David. Is your friend high?
No.
How about I get you a water?
That would be great.
He's gonna go get him a glass of ice water and a pitcher and set it down in front of him. Enjoy. I'll be right back with your food.
Thank you.
So since the steak is gonna cook faster than the chicken, he comes back out with the steak. It's well seasoned. It's got nice grill marks. It smells like it's been bleeding. It's not quite to the point where it could moo, but it's a little bit beyond its final scream. All right, Tiger and Kim, intro whenever you'd like.
You can't tell me what to do, Brett.
I do what I want. I say what I want.
Fair enough. I guess Jason will come in first. He'll have Rotom Proteus left his gun in the van as per typical. He will just walk up to the bar and tell Bill to supply them.
He'll pour Jason a Sergeant Suicide and set it down in front of him. Enjoy that.
Is this a sipping drink or a downing drink?
You're not gonna like the taste if you sip it.
Fair enough. And then he'll just fucking down it.
After this, he's gonna mix him a mellow 7 and 7 and set it in front of him. That's what you can sip.
So
He's gonna look over at Xander. How do you like the steak?
You would have noticed that I would be very quickly and very efficiently cutting into the steak and eating it very fast, but clumsily handling the silverware like I'm not used to it.
Okay. I guess he likes it.
Sephora walk in and blue
you can
jeans.
go.
Yeah, sorry. Adrianna will walk in with blue jeans, frumpy button up, and mask.
At which point he'll look over at Adrianna, your usual.
Yes, please.
So
Hey, Jason.
he'll duck down underneath the cabinet, mix something up, or pour something into a glass, and then hand it over to the woman in the surgical mask.
Anything interesting that's happening with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring me things.
Anything?
Mm-hmm.
Any?
Oh, by the way, Tiger, apparently, according to Sean and Julia, Eric sense done by spirits is ridiculously broken, and Bosco gets found after,
Okay.
I think, comes into play on Tuesday.
Okay.
Alright.
He's still in hibernation, though.
Yeah. Because I couldn't get Julia and Sean on it fast enough, sorry.
That's cool. It happens.
Alright. So he'll look around. He'll actually look at David. Do you want something to eat as well?
Nah, should be good for now.
Alright. At that point, he'll leave and he'll come back with the 24 unbreaded fried chicken wings and set it down in front of Xander, who's probably almost done with the steak. Because it was a strip.
I would have finished it. And while I was working on the steak, I would have been silently mouthing things under my breath. And once I get... Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is it in a recognizable language?
Mm-hmm. It would be in it would be in both Cantonese and English, kind of switching off.
Okay. So a little tough to follow.
Yeah, it would just be cuss words and something about the cutlery.
Oh. At which point, Bill will say, "This is a fine establishment, sir. We always provide cutlery."
I kind of
Oh,
just
yes.
look up at
Knife is
you and then look over at.
your customers.
What'd you
Sorry,
say?
She'll say, "Oh yes, because a knife isn't dangerous in the hand of your customers," and she'll just kind of smile.
He'll look back to Xander. Sorry, you were saying?
Something I'm unaccustomed to. I prefer to go in fangs spared and dig in the old-fashioned way.
I had that idea. That's why I also supplied you with chicken wings that will allow you to exert your more primal instincts upon them.
So, newbies.
He'll nod his head. Apparently, high-level biometrics showing abnormally high body heat. Unlike you, being the opposite. He'll just chuckle at that.
Oh come on, you like me.
I think
You're a
this
nice
is what
queen.
I think this is what you humans call flirting.
I'm far too old to flirt.
I swear you were just flirting with me, and you were
Nothing
doing
gets
it with
lost
her.
in it, does it?
It's called being a good host. As the bartender, I am both host and supplier of potent libations.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah.
Gonna do spirit sight on the two newbies to read their auras?
Okay.
Well,
Well,
that
it's not
sucks.
a botch.
What the fuck is an aura?
Actually,
What
because you have spirit sense and it's a level 1 power, you were able to cover your failures with successes, your botches with successes.
So I can do it again. Higher
Yeah,
diff?
higher difficulty, so difficulty 5 this time.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Okay, so despite the fact that they have, rather impressive energy surrounding them, there's also a giant wolverine hovering behind them.
Yeah, that Wolverine. Let's see, willpower 9, rage 9, gnosis 8, 24 essence.
It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think you're in at the beginning of the scene, but whenever I smile or do anything seemingly polite, it's not. It's very predatory, and it would put the normal human on edge.
Okay.
Good thing we're not normal humans.
Yeah, and the normal humans aren't coming anywhere near this section of the bar.
Neither are some of the Fae.
For entirely unrelated reasons.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would get the chicken wings, and I would literally just start devouring them. And
So you saw the thing, right?
and if you noticed, if you were watching, some of the bones actually don't make it back to the bowl.
That's kind of what he figured.
What's the deal with that?
Technocracy's making a move, or will be, probably pretty soon.
You saw that
Don't see it.
broadcast too, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's his deal with white anyway?
With what?
The
White.
color.
Fucking somebody said they have some weird like color ranking system or something. I don't know. I don't
And
know
a
what the
blip.
details.
In a biblical sense, it could represent purity, and that could be more pure than anybody else that he works with, so he gets a higher rank.
I've met Smith. He's not gonna pretend that.
Hey, I was just throwing ideas out there.
That's fair.
Oh, you got anything new for me to learn?
Yeah, that was an occult roll, Brett, and
Pro-
she pretty much said exactly what I was going to say.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we things that are useful and
Dust never existed now.
huh.
Yeah.
Apparently remember him, but he got phased out of existence by one of yours, if I recall correctly, Jason.
Yeah, his last words that never were "You suck."
You guys suck.
You guys suck. I watched him face
So,
out. Very eyes. It was
all-powerful
strange.
Archbishop of the Sabbat, whose name has been feared for centuries, and his last words were, "You guys suck."
Yeah.
It's a good thing nobody remembers him.
What actually happened to him if he didn't exist?
History or reality would have fixed it up some way, in some fashion. If I knew his actual name, I could probably figure it out, but all I knew was a name that he never had now.
Oh.
Remember how I go on about how magic is weird?
Mm-hmm.
Magic is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'll turn to Daniel. David, I keep on calling him Daniel, damn it. I'll turn to David and say, these guys are speaking in funny ways. Very strange. Never heard humans speak like that, in riddles, so to speak.
Yeah, it sounds like talking to, what was her name? It'll come to me.
Well, if I could remember, I'd tell you.
At this point, Arthur's going to walk in. For people who aren't familiar with how he looks now, his clothing has changed. He's got a light blue jacket, a deep blue V-neck t-shirt, a light blue jeans, and still wearing Doc Martens. His hair and his eyes are both silver. And for anybody who's a shifter who gets close to him, they feel the presence of Mother Luna. Arthur will walk in, sit down next to Jason.
What's up, Arthur?
What's going on?
Well, you know. Hey, out of character question, Brett. Since I'm working towards totem with unicorn, would that be visible to these shifters?
It's more spirit heritage. Have you spent any? Are you going to backspend any spirit heritage? Oh wait, he hasn't even done the ritual for you yet.
Yeah, no.
The reason why they feel from Arthur is because I have to backspend 2 dots of spirit heritage. Plus, there's also the fact that he's still wearing a necklace that has a loon riding around in it.
Okay, I was just wondering because they have like Wolverine as their totem, I guess, and they have Wolverine behind them. So I was seeing if unicorn would.
Yeah, I would say that in the Umbra right now, a loon, Wolverine, and unicorn are having a very inspired conversation.
Well, at least I know where one of the conversations is about. And it goes something along the lines of how Malpheus is such a horrible bad place and we need to cleanse it.
Yeah, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Jason Morley, the Unicorn Wizard.
Is that a euphemism?
No.
I know you. Okay. You humans sometimes pass those off with me.
Nope.
Arthur will kind of wave his hand. I'm Arthur Wainwright, Banny Verbena, and I've spent the past month and a half in the company of Mother Luna.
I hope it was pleasurable.
No, I had to watch my friends die.
I'm Adrianna. I discovered the name of the demon that was gonna invade the city. I'm not gonna say it out loud.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, even with the bitch who now no longer exists, gone from this world, saying the name of an elder demon is never a good thing.
Oh, by the way, just for funsies, the ringtone for her phone is now Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, that kind of fits.
Well, I'm David Morganson, and for you, I'm a child of cockroach.
Arthur will nod his
He'll
head
say
at that.
Yeah, and he'll say it while looking at Arthur.
I'll nod, and I will also say, I am Xander Morganson, and I am also a child of Cockroach.
Brothers?
Half, yes.
Jason's just kind of gonna lean into Arthur and like kind of whisper in his ear. Is Cockroach's last name Morganson?
No, they're referring to the spirit that their tribe follows.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm going to assume that you spoke to our friend with the horn, referring to Walks' Metis deformity, which is a unicorn
Yeah.
horn coming out of the forehead.
Yeah. Yes, I have.
That's
Well,
good.
we have.
Well, you'll be happy to know I was able to rescue another member of your particular organization. Charlie of the Fianna is now freed from his prison in the Umbra. If only I could... Only I could get Bosco out as easily.
Where is he trapped?
He's trapped inside his own pain. And I
Well-
can't find my way to him.
Didn't he lose his daughter, sort of thing? It's his daughter, right?
Something
Yeah, his adopted daughter, friends with many.
It sounds like something personal that only he can find his way out of.
Sometimes people need a good smack across the head to get their head on straight.
If I heard you correctly, smacking somebody across the head after they've entered a
You should
huge,
take it.
I've seen him get shot
depression
and then immediately back up and suplex someone.
is not a good idea.
Good
No,
job.
typically not.
Remember that.
Especially not Bosco, who is... You're familiar with the ones who wear the bear shirts? Using an archaic term for bear shifter?
Neither of us have shifter lore.
Okay.
Do we not? Really?
He's kind of
No.
like you guys, except that his preferred form is not the Canis, but the Ursine.
I've heard about them. Surprised they're still around. No offense to present company. I didn't realize there were that many.
He's the only one in the area. His adopted daughter was a Canis like yourselves.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about her passing.
She died honorably in glorious combat.
What other way is there?
Peacefully in your bed, surrounded by millions of smoking hot women or men, whichever you're into. I prefer that.
Halfway in between being filleted by a gorgeous blonde with, a massive rack. But that's just me.
Possibly while drunk and/or high.
I don't get drunk anymore, so just high.
Humans
that's
are very strange.
See,
Wanting
I
s-
want to know in the best way possible.
With a bang.
You humans are very strange, wanting to have sex as your last act before dying.
Might as well go out with a bang.
Well, it beats some of the ways that our kind tend to go out.
Yeah.
You gotta be old enough to die that way, and well, if you get that old, you're a very strong person.
Or, someone just hides all day.
Usually, if somebody of our pack gets settled, they go out into the wild wilderness, pick a fight with something bigger than them, and are brutally murdered and killed. That or they hitchhike on an iceberg and die on the iceberg.
Those are all ways to go.
Chill out there, Frankenstein's monster. Jesus.
I suppose if I had to choose the way I'd die, it'd be ascending to a higher stage of consciousness.
That'd be neat,
Does,
I guess. I don't know.
What?
Huh?
What is he talking about?
Ascending to a higher state of consciousness?
Hmm?
Becoming one with the universe.
There's
like a thing?
a legend amongst our people that when you become sufficiently empowered and your avatar awakens fully, you shed your physical body and become an entity of pure creation.
Or you could just die and become part of the universe again.
Yeah, but then eventually I'd get sent back.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we could ask somebody what happens when we do that, but, you know, we can't, so.
Well, according to science today, we're all just no more than stardust.
Well, depending on
Meant to be.
which science article you read, if you read some of the new physics articles, consciousness is just merely another state of matter.
Don't get me started on that physics shit again.
I'm gonna give y'all a kind-hearted suggestion. Talking about that kind of stuff in here is kind of not down.
You'll notice that Bill has kind of a pained expression on his face.
Well,
Hey Bill, you want to hear the way I went out?
No.
Actually, looking at the banality chart, both Charles and myself are sitting at banality 9.
Yeah. So Bill kind of walks over, gives them their stuff, and then walks away.
Yeah.
At which point he starts, singing in his own head.
I'm banality gross.
Shocking surprise.
Actually, we're banality gross with cyber fetishes on us,
Shock and a surprise.
which is banality grosser.
Which isn't active, or wouldn't be active in this place if it's of an offensive nature.
Yeah, one of them's not. One of them's just an information gatherer, and the other's a backpack.
Okay. Anyway,
Backpack.
Arthur will kind of rub his head. Of all the things I could have talked to Luna about when I was up there, I didn't think about any of that. You would think she would know the true creation story. Who knows, maybe if she told it to me, my head would have exploded and I never would have come back.
Well, that would have been one way to go.
Yep.
The universe all stuck in your head.
Yeah. Wouldn't live long enough to enjoy it, though.
That, or you would have forgotten it.
Yeah, that's true. I wish I could forget stuff I saw up there, but I can't.
But it's a shame that we were a little bit late due to flights being delayed to be able to
That's
help
not.
with.
You can beat yourselves up all about it all you want. If I hadn't done what I had to do, I could have been there and could have healed the people that died. But I had to do something that took me out of the game because I had to call upon a very powerful being for a very powerful favor.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you did your best and showed no mercy and held no quarter, all is good and all is fair, and you shouldn't blame yourself for any misgivings or faults that you might see yourself having done.
I'll nod his head at that. On the plus side, I've learned more about the nature of my own magic. So, yay me.
Hooray.
That's good.
Free.
I'm disappointed you're suffering from battle fatigue, but I'm glad you're learning about yourself a little bit better.
No, let's just say I used to be a lot worse. I don't have nightmares anymore, and I don't drink anymore. He'll hold up the orange soda that he was given by Bill and take a long swig off of it and set it down.
You'll kind of see me give a really disgusted look as you drink it.
We'll just kind of chuckle at that.
How do you stomach something like that? All the bubble and then that acid, it just rips up your throat from the inside. And then that fake flavor? Gross.
It reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, man.
Don't be so judgy.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
If I could eat, I would.
Besides, you should see some of the more natural things I concoct in my spare time.
Well, hopefully it's better than that stuff they call soda.
Arthur will pull out 2 blunts and set them one in front of David and one in front of Xander. You get injured, you light that up, you smoke it, your injuries heal. Even the ones that I know your kind can't heal normally.
Silver? The wound of a heart?
He'll nod. As long as it doesn't outright kill you, like, i.e., he'll make the head off motion, it'll bring you back.
As long as it's got something to work with.
That's good.
I
I
should
just-
have explained, my magic is the essence of life itself. Healing wounds, making people better, making people stronger.
You gotta
Plus, I
figure
also
out-
work with the spirits. What'd you say?
She said you gotta figure out a way to help me.
That requires power I don't have, but I'll work on it.
Sounds good.
I just kind of blow things up a lot.
That's why I like talking with you instead of working with you.
That's fair. I'm getting
What do
better.
you tend to use to blow things up?
Yeah, let's...
Gun. And magic.
Oh,
That's
well, that's a little
terrifying.
less exciting. I was wondering if you were using C4, Detonite, or any of those other fun things.
That's this upcoming month's lesson.
Learning how to use C4, or learning how to make it.
Yes.
Well,
Arthur's just going to chuckle. There are certain mages that specialize in making things explode or catch fire, or just generating massive balls of fire and lightning that fly around. He's a member of that order, but typically when you do that, you don't live very long, so his masters figured out how to combine common or uncommon munitions with big bang, blasty, boom, die.
well, usually you get caught in your own blast and you don't survive long.
That's why I use a gun. So I'm way the fuck over here while the explosion's way the fuck over there.
We call those grenade launchers.
No, I use a... It's a gun. It is an assault rifle. It has no grenades.
I prefer shotguns myself.
Shotguns work too.
I prefer claws and teeth, but that's just me.
I mean, you know, you do you, man. I'm not gonna judge.
I prefer not hurting people.
And this is why Arthur and I are best friends. Opposites attract.
Exactly.
I'll kind of give Arthur that really weird smile again, and I'll ask him, so tell me, are you a vegetarian?
No.
Oh, you prefer other people to hunt your prey?
Yeah,
Hey,
I really do. I'm kind of an omnivore.
I'm kind of a carnivore.
Yeah, I imagine that. Judging by the way you eat your chicken wings.
Those were chicken wings? Oh shit.
are you hungry, sweetie?
Maybe.
I'll go eat some food.
Ever since Dust disappeared, I felt really hungry for some reason.
Well, battle does leave a hole.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, yeah, Adrianna, what up?
Bring out some food for the hungry kid.
I'm not a kid. I'm like
What do you
30 or
want,
something.
Jason? You want potato skins, fried mushrooms, burger, steak, chicken wings, mozzarella sticks?
I'll take a burger with some bacon and cheddar loaded potato skins if that's cool.
That's cool. He'll write down the order and set it aside. Arthur will raise a hand saying, you can put it on my tab considering the fact that Riker and I are now business partners. apparently, and he'll look at Jason. You could have kind of warned me about that.
Do what?
Apparently, you know the apothecary I work for?
Yeah.
Yeah, Riker bought it and made me a co-owner.
I fucking didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, before the Bill walks away, I would have flagged him over and hand him a card myself and say, "Give me a lot of your chicken, please, or the breast."
Do you want it
Right?
cooked or just seared?
Not breaded, just anything that you can legally serve.
Well, chicken has to be fully cooked. So I'll bring you back some breasts and probably about 48 wings to tide you over, okay?
All right, just remember, no bread.
Right, no bread. He'll look at David. Do you need a refresher on your drink?
No, but if I could get some potato skins, cheese, green onions, bacon.
It's
How do
Sour
you
cream?
eat?
I'll just bring out a big thing of sour cream. You guys can take what you want.
No sour cream.
All right. What? He'll look at Jason. Sour cream.
Yeah, please.
All right. So he'll write down the orders, put them into the POS system. Arthur will order bacon cheeseburger, well done with bacon cheese fries. And
How do you
at that
eat
point,
those?
Arthur will just look. You should see the guy who eats it all the time. He
See the way I
makes
eat it? I pick one up, put it in my mouth, chew it, swallow.
And repeat.
the
How
kid
do you
that
eat
orders
those tubers?
the kid who
That's-
eats that stuff all the time looks like he could bench press you and your brothers simultaneously.
I would like to see him try.
Train person? Get
Finer? That's good, dude.
Yeah, but how do you get past all that starchy mess in your mouth?
When you boil it, it breaks down the starch.
For potatoes.
Yeah, it makes it softer. So it's not as sandy, grindy. It's more chewy.
You know
Really
that
well-prepared potatoes can melt in your mouth.
potatoes, those are a very poisonous plant. How do you get past the poison?
You boil them, cut them up, fry them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Pretty much. Oh, Arthur, did you find the fucking bag of gold I left in your place?
Yes, I did. Aradia was pretending that it was her chair. I don't understand how she could think it's a chair.
Is she
But that's what
secretly,
happens when you have a wild goddess of creation as your node spirit.
is she secretly a dragon?
Could be. I think she just doesn't understand the concept of material wealth.
It's possible.
That would make two of us.
So after a while, the potato skins would come out first, followed by the chicken wings. The breast of chicken would take a little bit longer, so you guys get your food. He'll look at David. Do you want some water to drink or something else?
Water's fine.
He'll come back with the water and another pitcher, thinking that you guys are going to go through the water like crazy. Arthur, about the time that your chicken comes out, Arthur will get his burger and fries, and everybody will be eating except for the chick drinking the red stuff.
Better at the bake.
I'll be right back.
No problem.
So, Bill, I've been out of town for a few days. You want to catch me up? Since the fight, but I've seen the news clip, you know?
Well, as you can see, the Infernalists are gone, the Walkers are gone, the Blood Disease is gone.
Well, I was there for that.
What? Oh, that's right. Yeah, I heard about that. You were backing. You helped protect one of the Black Friar guys.
The priest.
Yeah. Why do they dress all in black anyway?
Because they're priests.
Okay. I never got the point. Because I see some of those Catholic priests walk around in those white, gold, and jewel-studded robes with the big hats and the staffs with the crosses on them.
You mean the Pope?
Isn't he just a priest?
He is the leader of the Catholic Church for the entire world. You don't
Then
know
who are...
what the...
I'm sorry, but organized religion is really hurty on my head. Really
Oh,
hurty.
I'm sorry. My apologies.
The fact that people can take creation and lump it into one thing, it just is... It hurts.
Well, it's not just one thing. There's like 20,000 things, and
Well, that's what it seems like with them. Most of your organized religion are, there's only one God, and if you don't believe in that, we're going to kill you.
Isn't that all of them?
Not all of them. And Arthur will perk up at this. Yeah, if you follow my faith, you believe that everything that exists has its own spirit, and everything that creates is in itself divine and purely alive.
Well, you wouldn't be too far wrong.
I've spent enough time amongst the spirits to know that one God is not a truth. It's a perception.
I'm kind of thinking that they're all real.
Makes
Well,
sense.
Like,
whomsoever you hold in your heart and speak their name, that is the true God to you. R.A. Salvatore.
From living among humans, you guys tend to have the viewpoint of what you can perceive is what you can do.
He'll look over at Jason. That's like the opposite of what we believe is.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, not really. What you perceive shapes the world around you, and thus changes what you can actually do in the world.
No, no.
Except that the way that our people work, in home motion to Jason, what we think we can create and what we can manifest is true.
I didn't say it wasn't.
That's true. You're right. Most mortals think that way, and that's why they are stuck in their stagnation, unable to awaken their inner selves and ascend to a higher state of being. It's a shame, and you know who you get to thank for that? The technocracy.
Yep.
but don't some people go crazy?
Yeah.
Everyone goes crazy, and everyone is a little crazy.
So,
Well, Freud said that normal is the absence of personality. At which point you'll hear Bill at the other end go, ow, ow, that doesn't hurt as much as the other stuff.
so I do have a question. What do you think about the PLA's cyber tech?
Well,
Bad news.
just go ahead, Kim.
Bad news. We're all gonna die.
No, we're not.
Well, the thing is that they're getting their tech straight from the technocracy. Smith is the head of their organization in the area.
All the werewolves
And-
died.
The sad thing is that's not even the worst thing they have in their arsenal. That's the worst socially acceptable consensus or originated thing.
Personally, I think all of their machines are inherently flawed and they need to stop making them. Because they break it down way too often and are very unreliable in the public.
Yeah, that's because of their own bad PR. They say that something can exist, and then they make something that wants that, and then expect Paradox not to touch it.
Paradox?
Paradox is the essence of the consensus, which is basically saying if that can't exist, it doesn't exist. At which point Bill will actually leave the bar area and start walking to the kitchen, holding his head. You'll notice by now that all the sheep patrons have fled to the far corners of the room as Arthur starts talking about this.
Like, you know how, like, pretty much every group, it seems, has their own rule for saying, hey, don't let the supernatural shit get out to the regular people?
Yes.
Ours is a bit more heavily enforced by reality itself.
And it works
Wow.
on both sides. So if the technocracy haven't officially let something out to the public, it starts to garner paradox until it breaks down.
Oh, I saw his pants catch on fire one time.
Oh, they need to fix this paradox flaw in their equipment.
That would involve
Because-
them saying stuff actually exists that they say doesn't exist. Have you ever known a human organization to admit being wrong?
Yes, quite a few.
You haven't met the technocracy yet, then.
But it's usually behind closed doors, and there's usually quite a lot of alcohol involved.
Yeah, it would involve them saying this openly to the public.
Yeah, as it is, the cyber tech that they now seems to be pretty old tech.
Give me some time. I'm pretty sure I can make something better.
I mean, I'm still amazed that people think that flash drives and hard drives can only hold a certain amount of information. You know, they think terabytes huge, terabytes tiny.
You should talk to
Nothing.
Sorina. Or Styles.
Either one.
Yeah.
We met Styles. He's quite fun.
Sorina, she's the one that's a reincarnation of Thomas Edison?
Nikola
Nikola
Tesla.
Nikola Tesla.
Don't ever say that to her face, because referring to her as the reincarnation of Thomas Edison would get you shot with a lightning gun.
I would enjoy seeing that.
Would you? Would you really?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Arthur will look at Jason. I don't know if my blunts can heal a lightning bolt through the chest. I've never had to try it on that before.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she hasn't messed up the sights on her lightning gun again. When we met her, she had her sights off just a little bit.
That was an easy
Nobody's
fix.
perfect.
Except the
Arthur
leader,
will
of course.
Chuckle at the end, and it's like, I don't think I've ever fired a gun, yet jackass, and he'll point to Jason, gets his hand blown off, gets his arm blown off with a misfire, and I have to heal it.
I swear to fucking God. Alright. You help take care of a fucking elder-ass vampire. You set up a goddamn wellspring for a unicorn. You fucking do all this cool shit. But you summon one fucking paradox spirit, and that's all people crow about for 10 goddamn years.
Yes, I'm aware of that. You think I still don't get shit for that? Do you remember
Yeah.
why we summoned the spirit in the first place?
Yeah, it was a good plan, if, you're drunk and high.
You were offering it food, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think
So we figured if the paradox spirit had some truffle bacon mac and cheese, it would be happy.
Didn't work.
No, it just beat us near to death.
Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. I was sorry to see what happened to Jacob, but he went down fighting.
Yeah, and it was a better way to go than how Celeste wanted him to go, so.
Yeah,
Well,
I felt icky watching that. I don't know if you actually saw what she was trying to do, but
We still need to fucking figure out. Shit, I know I was forgetting something. He's gonna pull out his phone and fucking call up the observatory.
you'll get initiate Carlisle. How may I help you?
Hey, is Jones around?
He's currently working on reducing his accumulation of the bane of our existence. Is there a message I could take for you?
No, I just want to make sure he's cool, and Oxy's doing some pretty obvious shit.
Yeah, he's fine. He's been in the node for a while, and fortunately, he now has the ability to replenish what he's taken out to revert himself.
That's good. Okay, cool. Thanks.
By the way, now that you mentioned nodes, is that thing gonna get done soon? With my museum?
I don't know, maybe.
By the way, guys, if you were noticing with my character, I do have the tattoo that is on the back of his neck.
Okay. And if you notice my character, he has a tattoo on of a unicorn on his shoulder.
Doesn't surprise me.
So Arthur's going to be like, so you're protected by Wolverine. You're protected by Wolverine. You're protected by Unicorn. I'm favored by Luna. And he'll point at Adrianna. And you have a smoking hot elder that watches over your shoulder.
Yeah. There's an interesting story behind that.
What'd you say?
There's an interesting story behind that, but you're...
What story?
Well, are you gay?
Me, no.
Probably don't want to hear it.
I'll kind of just chuckle.
Alright.
Oh, I'll ask Wolverine through the telepathic connection. Yeah, ask him what's going on.
For some reason, Unicorn and a Loon are here. The Loon seems to be trying to make sure that none of us are demons for some reason. Unicorn wants to know why I'm here. While at the same time trying to convince the Loon to go away because his presence is a little uncomfortable.
I assume that the Unicorn's wanting you to go away too?
Lydia's too.
He wants to make sure I'm not horning in on his territory or going to eat that morsel that he seems to be protecting.
No.
I guess I'll send Wolverine what's happening in the real world and kind of point out Arthur as the one that the Loon's watching and Jacob as the Unicorn.
So that explains why the guy's umbral shadow is, a loon. I was trying to figure out why a little loon was sitting next to a loon-shaped human, and the loon-shaped human seemed completely unaware of what's going on here.
Brett.
Yeah.
I also have spirit magnet.
Yep. So
Just thought I would toss that in there.
some of those spirits are being kept outside by the echo spirits of another person that's a spirit magnet too.
I also have spirit speech, which is always active.
Yeah, however, for you, you have to be speaking into the Umbra to use it. Or you have to be speaking to a manifested spirit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. Spirit speech, while always being active, still requires you to be on the same plane of existence.
I think I would have overheard the conversation because I shared the totem spirit.
Yeah, you would have.
Yeah. It's kind of a pack link.
Yep.
Yeah. To Adrianna, I would say your human sexuality intrigues me. I wasn't
really
asking. I was telling, in general, the human sexuality intrigues me.
You don't really get this whole, be subtle thing, do you?
Subtle?
Oh, dear.
Rock, paper, scissors.
blink to like the next 3 people. Let's be honest here. It's somebody else's turn.
Jill will look at Arthur. Hey, Arthur!
Yeah.
You've been out of contact with humans for a while.
For what? I didn't
Yeah.
hear what you said.
Explain what subtle means to the newbie.
He'll look over at Xander. The subtle means not saying everything that's on your mind and not being completely obvious in everything that you're doing.
Why would I want to do that?
As if you start going around saying, hey, your human blah 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 is interesting, people are gonna lock in the loony bin.
Yeah. He's gonna look over at David. He knows the litany, right?
Yes.
Have you explained to him what the veil really means?
You want to toss this in the trash?
That, well, if Wolverine doesn't claw him first, I'll shoot him.
Okay. I'll accept that. At which point Arthur will look over to Xander and say, if you want to keep your secrets secret, learn to talk like a normal person while you're in that form.
Of course, it's just I don't know all the ins and outs of your society. When you are raised by a bunch of computer geeks, surrounded by monitors and a bunch of computers and other technological gadgets, it's kind of hard to learn the social graces, so to speak, as you are so well to know.
Yeah. Social graces take some time. Just ask Jason. When I first got here, I was swearing every other word. And that will have to wait till Jason comes back. Or Tiger comes back to the computer.
I've been here the entire time, I've just been fucking around with a sword.
No problem. Did you hear what I said?
I did not.
I said, just ask Jason here. When I first showed up, I was swearing every other word.
It's true, and I still am. God damn it.
Arthur'll chuckle at that.
I've been told that doing that in public is very frowned upon and might cause more trouble than it's worth.
Depends on your company. And polite company, yeah, try to keep it to a minimum. Otherwise, you know, go nuts.
Point noted. As for me, I'm just now getting reacquainted with cutlery.
Well, if you know how to be precise surgically, then it helps.
I can be. Just I'm not used to using it on my pre-captured prey.
With that. Yeah, I guess I can see that. Bill will walk up. Does anybody need any drinks? Any new food?
I'm good.
I'll shake my head now and pass him the bowl of like the 20 wing bones that are left.
Just be like, man, I don't know how you can do that, but I'm sure it's disgusting. And he'll look over at David. You don't have to pick up after him, do you?
Not usually, no.
Usually I have to pick up after him.
Bill will just chuckle and take the dirty dishes away.
And years of practice.
Bill just keeps going. And Arthur will finish his soda and order a cream soda this time. Let's see.
You go.
Ow. Viva la revolution.
So, walking into the club, and Sirloin will be kind of apprehensive, will be a brown-haired woman that's very familiar to one person there.
Who is it?
Who do you think it is? Somebody woke up.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
At that, like, as soon as like she walks in, Jason jumps over the bar and hides behind Bill.
So you see a brown-haired woman, looks to be about 30 years old. App 4, crazy hot.
It's not polite to hide from attractive women.
Not polite to stab old men in the chest either in front of their students, but hell, that didn't stop her, now did it?
She just smiles and walks up to the bar and sits down where Jason was. Am I interrupting anything?
No, nothing at all.
Arthur will look at her and will be like, I don't know how you survived what you did. I don't know how you're still walking around and not batshit crazy in an insane asylum somewhere. What I do know is that I'm going to stop it. At which point she'll stand up, walk slightly to the side, standing near Adrianna. Are you going to break your precious rules, Wainwright? Are you going to break your precious sanctum, your sanctified lands? I don't think so. While I'm here, I'm safe. Arthur's just going to rub his head. And this woman will look at Adrianna and kind of reach out as if to brush her hair.
Oh, how sweet.
And then look at David and Xander. So, who's the new meat? And she's got this kind of twisted, sexy smile on her face.
If I remember my lessons correctly, this is flirting, right? And I'll kind of turn back to the person who I asked earlier.
Bill will just say, this is a flirting threat.
Oh, the best kind.
Well, I'm David. That's Xander.
I'm Sam. Nice to meet you both. Are you going to be play toys too?
Yeah, she kind of needs new ones since she can't go get her whole stuff by demons in the warehouse every Saturday night.
Arthur's gonna laugh at that. And she's just
Yes.
gonna look at you. Yes, because it's your fault, you and your friends, that I'm all alone now. No more brother and sister to play with, no more mommy Celeste, no more sister Chloe. It's just me and every ounce of magic I still have at my disposal to tear you and your people apart.
Bitch, you won't.
Sounds like you're slightly embittered.
What'd you say?
Sounds like you're slightly embittered.
Why wouldn't I be?
Well,
After all, I don't have any friends anymore. This is at the Emerald Mother, and Arthur's there Adrianna, Jason, the two new guru, and Sam is standing there. You remember
Jason.
Sam, don't you?
Bill.
Sam. Oh, that's Sam. Charlie just with his new upgraded rage presence, even though that doesn't matter. Uh, he has rage of 3 for the last downtime. He's once he recognizes uh, the description of Sam, he's going to talk with the group. He's just going to freeze and look daggers right at the back of her head.
She'll turn around and say, Chuck, how good to see you. I see you're back on this world.
Yes.
Jason, your
I see
boyfriend's
you're
here.
still here.
No, my boyfriend's been here the entire time. And he'll look at Arthur.
Arthur will blow him a kiss. You should know Jay kissed me last night.
Yeah, sorry, your ex is claimed by that one. Pointing to Arthur.
Sam's gonna lean against the bar and look at Bill. If you value what's left of your fey little soul, you'll get me a drink. And goddamn, if Bill does not look horribly pissed.
If you and Brett, she'll hear in her head a female voice say, "If you value your avatar, my dear, you keep that tone civil, or I'll throw you out myself."
Who says that? Oh, the Emerald Mother.
Yeah.
Look at the cheese.
As for me, I would very sweetly get kind of still predatorily say, I think that's his job.
Sam will tense up when she hears the Emerald Mother speak and then look at Bill and everybody else and say, well, I've got some work to do. Toodles. And she'll walk outside. Bill looks about ready to hop the bar.
Jason is still cowering behind Bill, also trying to keep him from hopping the bar.
Arthur is just basically looks at Charlie. So, kind of a interesting homecoming for you, huh?
Yeah. Why is she still alive?
Bill will speak up. When we fought her in her dreams. Unfortunately, all we could do is put her in a coma. She wasn't there in her actual body.
Good to know. Apparently she ticked off the Emerald Mother because she tensed up when she and then left.
Completely oblivious to the conversation. I will pipe up and say, I still don't understand. And you'll see me visibly pause. Sexuality.
What do you mean? Arthur will just be like, okay, sometimes the boy likes a girl, sometimes the boy likes a boy, sometimes the girl likes a girl, sometimes the boy likes 2 girls, a donkey, and the entire St. Louis hockey team.
Don't forget the...
Whatever floats your boat, whatever gets you off.
Yeah.
Well, yes, we have a similar thing in the... And again, you'll see me pause for a moment. From where I come from, it's... You go after whatever perks you up, so to speak.
That's the perfect way to say it. Me, personally, I like the boobies, but that's just me.
Yeah.
So do I.
Just we've never really had a definition or word for sexuality. We've never really had those sort of boundaries. There we go.
Boundaries are kind of a thing in regular society. You'll get
Yeah.
your shit kicked in if you just start humping on somebody without their permission.
At
Well,
which
usually
point,
they'll bite you, and it's a fight to the death at that point. But
Yeah.
at
We'd
which point
rather
Arthur
not
will
do
start
that around
singing.
regulars.
Arthur will start singing Animal Channel or Animal
Animal
Channel,
Planet.
Animal Planet by
Animal Planet.
Bloodhouse Gang. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like we do on the Discovery Channel.
uh,
yes, females from where I come from tend to be a lot more aggressive and very visual and loud. And they'll let you know if you did something wrong.
yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works for humans too.
See,
He'll point to a guy that's putting the moves on some girl that's dancing in a corner. He'll turn around, haul off, and slap him, and he'll slink off. See, that's what I'm talking about.
That's
Yeah.
See, I prefer the one that's hard like heroic. Hard like heroic by Nim. Just because it's funnier.
Arthur's just gonna chuckle.
Usually, the females here tend to be a lot softer and soft-spoken.
Yeah, it's kind of the culture. A patriarchal, female submissive society. You've got to find yourself a nice Irish girl, someone with some red hair and some fire.
So, not the woman that just walked into the bar?
No, because she's more likely to rip your soul out and eat it than to actually do anything for you. Just ask
her
Jason.
head was on fire for a bit. Not long, but...
At which point, because Arthur's a dick, he's going to start singing Fly Loose, Set Me on Fire.
Too bad. It looked like she could have been at least a little fun. Or maybe know what she was doing and where it counts, I should say.
Arthur will just laugh. Are you familiar with the term man-eater?
I'm sorry?
Familiar with the term man-eater?
Not really. No.
It refers to a woman who will basically find a guy, use him, and then rip him apart in a emotional sense. That chick that just left will do it to you in a physical sense.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's disappointing.
Adrianna gonna turn towards Jason. You know, if she wasn't so batshit and evil, I'd actually take a strap onto her.
She was nice until fucking I awakened and blew down a goddamn movie theater, and then all of a sudden, oh hey, I'm just gonna go fucking down to the warehouse and get a bunch of fucking demons.
You don't need any of
And
it.
go bad
You need
shit crazy.
So
Yeah.
it
Phil,
could
I
be
need
that when you awoke, she awoke and her avatar was an Athantis avatar.
No, from what like she told me whenever she killed my mentor, she fucking the bunch of Nefandi found out, hey, a fucking theater moved, like just blew up. Let's see if we can grab somebody before, fucking traditions grab them up with idiocracy, and they found her.
Oh, so she got the treatment that I got interrupted getting.
Yeah.
At which point Arthur will actually stand up, walk over to Jason, and hug him.
Just over the bar.
Yeah. Just like lean over, hug, pick up, put down, let go.
I needed that.
You're too warm.
Are you saying that in or out of character?
In a character,
Okay.
she had all stepped up on him one time and touched you.
Oh,
Otherwise, I would give you a hug. I might catch fire.
that's fair.
Arthur's just gonna laugh at that. Bill will hand Jason a glass of Glen McKenna, 50 years old. A tall highball glass with no ice. Set it down in front of him.
Oh my god.
I know the look, Jason. This is what you need.
You're a good man, Bill. And he's just gonna start drinking it.
Chug, chug, chug. You'll be seeing this in character too.
It's a terrible idea. I gotta enjoy this.
Yeah, Arthur's like, you don't chug Glen McKenna aged 50 years. You just don't do that. That's
No.
wrong.
Oh, that's sacrilegious.
Age of 40 before I died. I know how to drink. But there's some situations where you just gotta down the entire bottle because the airport security let you take it on the plane.
We usually have ways around the airport security. TSA is a joke.
I mean, it's not like I took a shotgun with me onto the airplane.
It's not like any of the passengers would be safe from me on the airplane. I am
a big measuring contest.
Maybe you guys should make like a shit ton of money so you can own your own plane, so you don't have to bother people when you're on planes.
Dude, yeah.
Oh. Wow.
I'm told we should save money.
Yeah, acquisition of money is usually needs to be saved unless absolutely needed.
Well, private planes aren't particularly expensive. It's just more. It's more fun though.
The hoodoo.
Besides, this is my first time in the air. I am really glad though that they have lavatories.
I'm guessing you expelled from your mouth in a violent manner.
It's like so
I wasn't as graceful as my brother.
spells and herbs and
Just laugh at that.
it's always kind of
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
no, it's not real.
I mean, it can be real. Magic's weird. Just look at me and Arthur.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, I wish I
What
was.
can be real?
What?
What can be real?
Fucking, I'm just telling her how like the whole voodoo, like witches and whatnot, like the rhyming spells and the herbs and shit, like all
Oh
that
yeah.
magic, because magic's
Yeah.
weird.
You know what the sad thing is? I know some Euthanatos and a couple of Ravenna that actually think their magic works that way.
Are they wrong?
No, they're able to pull their magic off like that, but it's a little too charmed.
I feel it.
Fortunately, my mentor was a little more eclectic. Though she
What do you
did
think-
like to use sex as a weapon.
That's fair.
And it's not.
It can be.
Yeah.
Well,
it
she
can
just liked to
be.
use sex, period, but, you know, for my first time,
Well, at least she was hot when you told
I'm
me.
not gonna talk
yeah,
that much.
highly hot. Like,
Usually, sex appeal is a double-edged sword. Many things in the wild have a high sex appeal and then usually eat their mates. Just look at the Black Widows.
I was about to
I do
say,
not find those things attractive whatsoever. I hate spiders.
No.
Remember who we were talking about?
Except for data spiders. Data spiders are okay.
Or
You know how
praying
we're-
mantics.
You know how we were talking about the whole subtlety thing?
dude, the praying mantises don't eat each other. They just rip each other's heads off.
Right now, you're about an 11. We need you about a 3. So if you could just dial it back.
I don't understand. How am I an 11 and you want me to be a 3? Have you been drinking too much?
You're.
There's no such thing, first of all, and second of all, come with me. And he's gonna get like walk over to the stage.
Oh.
See this?
Dude.
People fired.
All right.
You see how the dial goes to 11? That's how loud it goes. The 11
Okay.
is the highest. We need you. He'll like, reach out and dial it back to 3. We need you there.
Gotcha.
And Charlie will whisper underneath his breath, where only Arthur will hear. Let me get. I did not really think I was going to have to be doing the.
Oh, yeah, I guess you haven't met them yet. Hey, he'll look over. David, Xander, this is Charlie, the guy I was telling you about. He'll look at Charlie. Yeah, these two are children of Cockroach and half brothers. Have fun with that. And he'll slap him on his back in a friendly manner.
He'll face palm and hi. Name's Charlie. Around the normals. Anywhere else, you'll find out a couple different names. But I'm a child. I'm a son of Stag.
Isn't that a Kagi?
Fiona.
Fiona.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Kagi is unicorn, Fiona is stag.
Okay. I always confuse the two. They're right next to each other in the book.
I'll ask Wolverine if any new spirits have joined our group.
You don't have any totem with stag, do you?
He has spirit heritage, and he has dots and totem, but he doesn't have a stag as of yet.
Okay. Wolverine will say no, but a little while ago, some guy with antlers looking like he's probably one of Stag's brood walked in.
Okay. Thank you, Wolverine.
I'm getting hungry. I think I see an Engling. I'm gonna go eat it. I'll be back.
Okay.
You can see through the umber. You see this gigantic Wolverine running outside, trying to hunt down a silver-looking spirit. Me want some gnosis. Some gnosis good for me.
Yeah, especially since our Wolverine has blast, so it's just like
Boom!
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
What happened? I don't know.
You see,
And
Arthur will look down to his side and reach down and pet something. And he'll shoo it off and look down and Enochian, which is recognizable through spirit speech. Yes, you can go hunt with him. Go on now.
Who's wolf hunting with?
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Oh.
And not the X-Man.
Yeah.
So Red Dawn.
Animal.
Ours is a
say-
lot cooler.
What'd you say, Tiger?
So Red Dawn then?
No, the actual animal spirit.
Oh. Sit.
This has been fun.
I just blanked on what I was gonna do. Damn.
It's okay, Arthur did too.
Yeah, I did too.
Arthur's gonna finish his cream soda and set it down.
You guys
Well-
want to go around?
Arthur's gonna look over. Hey, Sirloin, what happened to the weird chick? She walked off without causing an incident. Arthur's gonna look at Sam. So Arthur's gonna look at Jason. Does that sound right to you?
Nope.
Maybe we should go find her because I really don't want an innocent bystander ripped apart.
Finally.
Shit. Jason's gonna like get up and hurry out and like
Yeah.
fucking the Proteus, you okay? Are you alright? Come on, are you alright?
Proteus is like, I got punched again.
God damn it!
David will,
You'll
Good.
see that that dent that was taken out of Proteus is now back.
Motherfucker.
I'll follow him out.
David will wave Bill down to get their cards, to get them cast out.
He'll cash you guys out, hand them back, cash out everybody else, and Arthur's on his way out too.
Yeah, and then David will head
Yeah,
outside as well.
Charlie is out too.
Okay, Jason.
No, it's not.
So I see Jason by his van.
Yeah, the van has a dent in it, a pretty big dent.
I'll kind of
Jason.
turn to. Go ahead.
Jason's losing his fucking shit over here by the van.
And Adrianna is just slightly touching him.
Oh.
Charlie is going to.
It's okay. I can't touch you, but it's okay.
I'll turn to
Charlie,
Jason and ask, would you like me to remedy this? I'm pretty good with buffing out dings and dents.
No, don't touch my van, goddammit. You'll mess up the
Arthur.
energy.
You know how you guys can create places that are special to you? Well, we do it too, and he did it to his van.
Yeah. And then somebody who shall go unnamed, glaring at Charlie, decided to awaken it.
You enjoyed it ever since. Don't glare at me.
I'll glare at whoever I want,
Don't
goddammit. My van
That's-
just got punched.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll glare at whoever I want, goddammit. My van just got punched.
Brett or Chris, what is the gift that allows me to peek into the Umbra and see spirits?
That's actually a variation on stepping sideways. It's called peeking.
Yep.
You push your face against the gauntlet, and if you succeed on the Gnosis roll, you're able to see into the Umbra.
Okay, let's try it.
Do it.
What's the gauntlet around here?
Gauntlet around here is going to be, I'm going to say, because you're standing next to an awakened sanctum, the gauntlet's going to be one less, so it's going to be a 6.
Okay. And what's my dice pool?
Your Gnosis.
Your Gnosis.
Cool. Does natural channel count for anything?
How do you
Yeah,
have natural channel? I don't. That would say mage merit, not a groom merit.
That's a Guru merit too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's in the-
What natural channel does, it lowers the difficulty by 2, but cannot lower it past 3 unless you're at a cairn. If you're at a cairn, you can accidentally fall through into the Umbra.
Yeah, tell me about it. I do it all the time. I'm trying to find the merit, so just give me
Yeah,
a
because
moment.
he also has slip sideways.
Yeah. Well, I actually have the merit, and if it works the same for mages as it does for Gru, it's a -2 to your difficulty.
One less. And
one
it's
less? Okay,
yeah,
one
the
less.
difficulty
-1.
for step
I'm at 2 less, but
Yeah.
yeah.
diff for stepping sideways is one less for you.
Okay, so then your difficulty 5.
Awesome. I nailed it.
You did it.
Okay, so you look into the Umbra. You actually see what Arthur looks like in the Umbra, as well as what Charlie looks like in the Umbra, because we both have Spirit Heritage. He has Spirit Heritage Sag, I have Spirit Heritage Luna. You also see a unicorn following around Jason.
I would also assume I would see a Promethean or Proteus.
Yeah, you see a
Proteus.
glowing blue guy. Have you ever seen The Big Lebowski?
Mm-mm.
Okay, there's a scene where he's in the bowling alley. He's talking about how people put on his rug. He's just walking around like, what the hell, man? What the hell? You really tied the room together. What the hell? You know, so he's basically walking around looking at it and throwing his arms up, and then walking back and forth, like utterly annoyed that he got punched.
I would attempt to talk to the spirit that's a little agitated. I have spirit speech.
Okay, so you're gonna look at Proteus. So you're
Yes.
gonna try to speak to Proteus. What are you gonna say?
I assume you're the van that just got punched?
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking bitch.
I'm sorry.
If I may, Adrianna's gonna stick her head in the window. You okay?
You'll notice that Proteus seems to be looking at someone else and talking, but you can't hear what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. You go by Proteus, right?
Right.
I think I overheard someone say that name and refer to the van.
Yeah, the van is me. Basically, I'm the awakened.
Shoot up.
I was the van spirit, and then I was given a spiritual form of my own.
Well, that's good to hear. Must be very enlightening to actually be able to speak to the person driving you and say, "Yeah, you just missed your turn."
Keep on it.
Yeah, I have to. Well, actually, Jason has me drive. Gets a few looks.
Having a spirit drive is always fun.
When the spirit of the vehicle is in actual
At this point, you'll see a little loon around Arthur look up at you. Are you a demon?
Do I look like a demon?
No, you look like a guru.
So am I a demon?
Are you?
I don't believe so.
Mother asked me to keep demons away from Arthur.
Well, I'm no demon, little Lane.
That's good. Respect the mother. And he'll go back to zipping around Arthur.
I'll look back at Prometheus and say, well, if you need to be repaired, you can always come to me or have your sir come to me and ask to repair you.
And at that point, he'll be. Proteus will say, unfortunately, my very being is tied into the magics he used to create me. Therefore, it will take a bit of work for this to be fixed. Not just from a physical standpoint, but from a magical standpoint.
Okay.
Adriana's looking at the punch in the bed. If we could find somebody strong enough, couldn't they just punch it back out?
No one's punching my fucking van, alright?
So, Brett, just for your information, I have diagnostics, and what that does by the book is Guru mentally convinces the spirit of a broken device to aid in her fixing it.
You could have just you could have just asked him yourself. He's right there.
So, at that response from Prometheus, I'll kind of just nod and say, "All right then. Well, it was nice meeting. It was a pleasure meeting you."
Pleasure meeting you too.
And
just
I'll
be careful out there because there's weird shit going on.
noted. And at that point, I'll come back to reality.
Well,
At which point Arthur's going to basically run his hands over the dent, and just sigh. And then he'll look at Jason. I don't know what it is about hot evil chicks in your van, but they just seem to like punching it.
Rudy's never hurt anybody except for like that one infected guy, but he deserved it.
Yeah, he was infected.
Yeah.
Prometheus. He's a very
Proteus.
nice Protean. Damn it.
Proteus. P-R-O-T-E-U-S.
Proteus is a
By
nice
the way, I'm
spirit.
not being big for no reason.
We gotta figure out what does he have like the hot bitch magnet work about him or what? We gotta figure that out.
I don't know, but he seemed pretty irritated that he got punched again.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the last time he got punched, he went end over end into a stall because an elder vampire, well, not an elder vampire, but a smoking hot, powerful vampire punched him.
Oh.
She's gonna point to the back doors in that van.
Yeah, go for it.
She's gonna open the two back doors. He's right here with us. Right there.
Alright, so you'll actually see Proteus in the real world.
Oh, hello again.
He'll just wave. Yeah, I actually have a physical manifested form too.
Must suck being stuck inside that van all day. Do you ever get out?
No, I am kind of bound to the confines of the van, as the van is me and I am the van. At which point Arthur will go. What? That was a total Zen thing he had going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should call the Akashics over here. I bet they'd love to hear that.
Let's not, or else we'll have to hear a lecture about why they had to come over here and explain that.
Yeah, this is Sunday. It's Sunday, just FYI.
Yep.
Oh God, I'm so glad I don't have an ex that turned Fatal Attraction.
Just wait, I'm sure you'll get one someday.
No, mine's just get killed or if I have a one night stand, they come up disappeared more than once.
That's insanely creepy.
Adrianna's gonna see him doing the cross and do the cross too.
God rest his soul.
What are you doing? Who?
Duchess?
Yeah.
You don't know very much about changelings. You tend to avoid them for some reason.
Well,
Okay.
are we going to be doing anything about the dent in the door, or about the woman who did it?
I'm gonna worry about the dent in the door later. It's not.
We're probably
It
gonna
isn't.
need to.
Wolverine's gonna all of a sudden over the pack link to Chris and the mind link to Chris and Charles. Did you see that? Some insane brunette just punched that frickin' van.
I heard.
Who just punches a van?
Crazy women.
Can I eat her?
You can try. I'm definitely not going to stop you.
At which point Wolverine will disappear from Mind Link as he starts running off.
Oh, Lord. Let's go find her.
Guys, yeah, we need to find her, because otherwise there's going to be a lot of trouble.
Proteus,
Yeah,
can you-
let's go find her.
Whatever the fuck.
What'd you say, Jason? Tiger?
Can you follow whatever the fuck, Proteus?
Yeah, give me a minute. The van will start up.
Everyone hop in.
I'll jump
Okay.
in and say, follow the Wolverine that's running.
Follow
Oh,
Wolverine.
God.
He has air sense.
That's great. Okay, yeah, let's get in the car.
Arthur's gonna get in as well, and they're gonna head off.
Yep. So as far as Wolverine following, Wolverine has 9 dice to roll for air sense.
Actually, the way that air sense works is he spends an essence, and he knows exactly where she is.
Yeah, unless of course they're hiding in the Umbra.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I hope she's not doing that.
Actually, air sense doesn't even cost an essence.
Well, she doesn't have the necessary spheres to go into the Umbra, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spirit rolls. The storyteller rolls the spirit's gnosis if it has located a particular place or individual. So, 9 dice.
let's just pray she does not find a particular person that has the ability to be in the umbrella.
Yep.
Or sorry, 8 dice.
Well,
Oh.
we made it anyways.
Just take off one success. Yeah, it's made.
Yeah.
So Proteus will start heading off.
Especially since he can just take his auto success.
Yeah. At this point, though, a hand will grab the door before it closes, and you'll see a teenage Asian boy climb in. Hey guys.
What language is he speaking?
He's speaking Cantonese.
I'll respond in Cantonese as well. Hello.
Have you seen Jackson?
Would I have seen Jackson?
Considering the fact it's Chris's character, no.
Nope.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know you. Who are you?
He'll look around. This is the van.
Yeah. This
Okay,
is
then where's Bosco?
I heard he's taking. I heard he, like most bears, is hibernating due to a recent loss of a fellow packmate.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That sucks.
Who are you?
He's the one asking logical questions here instead of just giving away
He'll
information.
just look over at Jason. Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Ping.
Ping?
Yes.
Are you
See-
secretly female?
No, I'm all male.
So you know Jackson? Like what?
Freed me.
He what?
He freed me. It took me a while to get here, but I'm finally here.
What are you?
I was dead. No, I'm not.
Oh, that's always
You
fun.
roll spirit side to see what the fuck this kid is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you using Roll Sight? Or are you
What?
using Shadowland Sight?
Well, he said he was dead, so I guess Shadowlands.
Okay. You see a presence around him in a tether.
Okay.
Normal
Alright.
umbral side because Charlie went peeking.
I would also turn to Jason and say, I thought you knew him.
Nope. But you know what? Whatever. Let's just fucking roll with it.
Why not?
I came to get some help.
With what?
What you need?
Well, first of all, let's follow the bitch. Because she's
Okay.
using what they made.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Sounds good.
okay.
Mutual goals. Down with this.
Yeah.
Proteus.
Grace is already driving once the kid's in the van. He was like, if that kid pukes in my van, I'm not cleaning it up.
You didn't clean it up last time either.
Oh God, that's what the smell is. I'm kind of glad my nose was deadened, but still, it took me a while to figure out what the fuck.
I'll overpack link to Xander. Does it stink in here?
It should.
Yeah, it's been a couple months since that
Been
happened.
cleaned and sanitized and cleaned again.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind then.
As the car starts to pull off and somebody tries to close the door, you'll see a crow fly into the car and land on the headrest and on the passenger seat looking around.
Yes.
Great, a Corby.
Corvette. Yeah.
The crow just looks. Ow!
Spirit speech. Yes.
It just looks at you. Ah! Ow!
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Crow.
Ow! Do you still have spirit sight up?
Yeah.
The kid's tether is leading to the crow.
Okay.
Okay then.
Arthur's
That's
just
it.
gonna be
We're
like,
following.
man, where is Gust when we need him? Oh, that's right. He left. He ran away.
Yeah, fucking.
Yeah.
So,
Everyone
Brett,
thinks they can fucking come
Yeah.
into my van. They know it's a shagger wagon all of a sudden.
Brett,
Hidden.
I know it's
God.
bad juju to do a gift in here, but I'm going to do a gift anyways.
No, you're not. So I'm
Which
gonna watch.
gift?
Predator's Arsenal.
Wait until we're outside the van.
Yeah, please.
Well, if he's doing it, then unless there's a physical manifestation of what he's doing, you guys would have to succeed on perception awareness or perception prime awareness to know he's doing it.
Perception alertness, diff 9.
Well, I'm doing watch the weaving
Well,
because it's a
no,
magic thing.
yeah, you're using a gift which is magical, which means awareness or watch the weaving can figure it out too. All right, so you're activating Predator's Arsenal. Jason succeeds on his watch the weaving.
Jason is going to put a hand on your shoulder. Please wait.
Yeah, wait on that, dude.
I wouldn't just go up in your crib and start blasting spells around. Don't come into my sanctum and start using your magic.
Yeah, Brett, all the expenditure is just a concentration.
Right, but it's still a gift, which means it's still technically active.
Yeah, I don't know if he would be able to interrupt it. So.
It
Well,
wouldn't
Brett-
be interrupted; it'd just be active.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, I could try to counterspell it. That'd be a life effect in my.
Yeah, you would need life effect. I think at least life effect, life 2 or 3.
And you
Life
would also
and matter.
need spirit.
Okay, so I figured I have life, and according to M20, the Reaper, you just need the base sphere for it to counterspell it.
Right. You have spirit 2 as well, so you could technically counterspell it.
Yeah.
I'd roll my air tame because he didn't roll anything. I would just need 1 success for that.
Yep.
Yes, no.
Increase difficulty by 1 because of combination effect.
Okay. So what would the diff be?
Let's see. It's a
Counter magic is a base 7, and
so +1 would be 8.
Okay.
because 20th made it diff 7 instead of diff 8, like it wasn't revised.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so you activate Predator's Arsenal, and you don't activate Predator's Arsenal.
Then I have to ask you to wait. Don't use your magic in my sanctum. Hey, thanks.
Ping just kind of looks around. This is a much different group from the last time.
What was the group last time?
Well, it was Bosco, was Jackson, it was an angel, well, demon thing. It was very confusing. Actually, no, never mind. It wasn't the demon. Then there was Nick and 2 of his buddies. And it was... They saved me. And my friends.
That's good.
So I came to help. Because those things are still up.
Oh, let's take care of the bitch so we can bring those things down.
So after a while, you guys get to a graveyard.
And
you hear...
It's a graveyard.
And to David and Xander, you hear nothing but cursing from Wolverine.
And I guess I'll overpack Link. What's going on, Wolverine?
Can't get in.
Have you tried coming over to the real world?
Do you think that maybe it's possible? I tried that already. I still couldn't walk in.
Hey, just suggesting.
Okay, let's do this.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna hop out
I'll get
with
out.
my.
At that point, Pink's gonna get out and look around, and he's just going to look aghast.
Do I
What's
still have
up?
arms set up here
Spirit side.
for spirit sight?
And Charlie's peeking sideways.
Are you peeking into the Umbra or peeking into the Shadowlands?
Umbra.
Okay, in the Umbra, you see Wolverine beating his hands against an invisible force field, clawing at it, and not seeming to be able to get much headway. You also see that some nature spirits are trying to get in as well and seem to be blocked.
And her primal. 3 successes, 56.
What are you trying to do?
He's gonna try and he's using perception primal urge to see if it's consecrated ground or something else is doing
There
it.
is some kind of ward, however, the ward is not in. The ward seems to be preventing things. It's the best way I can describe it.
Okay.
Looking in the Shadowlands with the spirit spot sight.
Sorry, I'm
These were
responding.
Okay.
Spirit sight into the Shadowlands. You see a titanic-looking tower made out of steel rising up from the graveyard. There is a maelstrom overhead that appears to be contained, and you are hearing the screams of agony of souls.
What you got over there?
Hey, good thing I decided to bring this character, because one of my other characters has a phobia of graveyards.
Yep.
Oh god.
Wait, how did Jackson have a phobia of graveyards?
Jackson doesn't. My changeling character does.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, why does the
That's a good
changeling
thing.
have a phobia of graveyards?
I have no idea.
Because they're banal as fuck, and because people die in them.
Well,
Relayed message.
So
also the other thing, the nightmares.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
So pretty sick nasty on the dead side.
Oh goody. So she's still playing with the dead things.
So Arthur will slowly walk into the Shadowlands. And
Charlie can't follow him.
Yeah.
then we'll rapidly return.
Uber sick nasty.
Yeah,
So,
I should have peeked.
so Charlie,
Yes.
how loaded for bear are you going in?
Hard one.
Uh,
I think that's 2 peeps, right? Yeah, there we go.
naturals, I'm good.
Probably not.
Wasn't
Hey,
actually expecting.
What's up?
Yeah, Brett. What's the gauntlet rating here?
Gauntlet rating would be about an 8.
Good.
veil
Okay.
rating would be lowered.
Okay, good. I'm not gonna accidentally step into the.
No, there's
Umbra.
really no chance of you accidentally falling into the Umbra right now.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if you get the closer that you get to the graveyard, the higher the veil rating, the higher the gauntlet rating gets, the lower the veil rating gets. You hear Payne mutter under his breath, Karan's gonna be pissed.
So, are we going in, or are we staying outside, people?
Let's go in the physical side because umbral side, looks like spirits can't go in. Dead side, over sick nasty, and physical side, normal graveyard. Hopefully with the bitch and everything.
Let's wait for Tiger and Jason to get back before we start moving forward.
Okay, then I'll take a bio.
Same here.
Yeah.
A bio. You still here, Charles? No.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
But Charles is
Back.
Yeah. Paul's back.
Alright. So, right now, consensus is to enter the graveyard.
Yep.
Physical side.
Do the physical side. For those of you who were listening, they would have heard Ping say, Karan's gonna be mad.
Who's Karan?
Ferryman. The leader of the ferryman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I bet. Let's see see what's up with this.
So you said as we get, go further into the graveyard, the gauntlet rating will drop.
No, the gauntlet rating rises, the veil rating drops.
Gotcha.
The veil is the shroud. Sorry, I was using the wrong term. The shroud rating drops.
All right.
So basically,
Oh, by the way, Bukarati's going to get a text from a number he's not seen in a while.
Oh? The time?
Yeah. Arthur's going to text Johnny and say, your kind deals with the dead, right? The souls of the dead, the Shadowlands, things like that.
He'll get a text back that just says, "Indeed."
Are you on your way to Hong Kong right now?
As a matter of fact, I am.
There's something wicked funky going on in the Shadowlands. I wish I could send you a picture. A tower of steel that's channeling its own maelstrom. Send.
Get away from it. Send.
Alright, so Arthur will start backing up. Guys, we need to leave.
Why?
Well, do you remember you ever meet that one vampire, Johnny Buccarati?
I think I saw him in passing.
Yeah, his kind deals specifically with the Shadowlands and the dead. I just told him what I saw, and he says to get away from it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a bad feeling that it was like the freaking necropolises from World of Warcraft. The closer we go in, the closer we're going to be seeing dead things.
At that point, you'll hear a voice, a familiar voice for Jason and Charlie and Arthur. You ain't just whistling Dixie, sugar. And at the edge of the graveyard, you'll see Chloe.
What the fuck? How the fuck are you back?
I'm not back. I'm just pissed. So, you two know what Chloe looks like, right? Redhead, biker leather, smoking hot. Well, you're seeing that, but kind of like as an ethereal image.
Oh, joy.
Ping will step forward and say, "You should have been reaped by now. Why are you still here?" Well, seeing as how my sister still has plans for all of us, you included, little boy. Where else could I go?
I don't know. Somewhere the fuck that isn't here.
Well, thanks to you guys, I no longer have a body to go back to.
I mean, that I don't see how that prevents you from going somewhere the fuck that isn't here. But, okay.
You see that, and she'll point up to where that tower was.
Yeah, huh?
That roped me back here.
Huh.
So your little drama with your ex is now spilling over into my ability to get on with my own life.
Or death.
That
Ethan,
too.
Your fault she went bug fuck crazy?
What was that? Sorry.
It's not my fault she went bug fuck crazy.
No, I guess it's not your fault, but I'm highly inclined to blame you, as she apparently likes to blame you for everything. You've never heard her tirades, have you?
No, I've heard it a couple times.
You've never heard them from a friendly perspective.
That's fair.
All I wanted to do was go to hell and see Mommy again. But no, I'm stuck here. At which point she'll twitch her head, and her hand will coalesce into stone. Leave now. Please.
You got it.
At which point, Ping will step forward, and his hand will turn to stone, and say, "Give her a message for me. Tell her I came here for a reason, and I'm going to get it."
Hey, all.
Hey, Ari. In the middle of a tense moment right now. You can intro in a little bit. At which point, Chloe will reach out, and you'll see who still has Shadow Side up. Okay, you'll see Oblivion reach out from an arm that seems to be overlapping Chloe's own. At which point, Ping will back away and will grab the two nearest people to him, who is standing near the front.
I'll volunteer as tribute.
Okay, so we'll grab Xander and grab Tiger and yank them away into the van. At which point Arthur will say,
Oh fuck! Ooh.
Arthur will say, "Get in the van," and he'll step forward and look at Chloe. I'm sorry this happened to you. I'm sorry you died before I could have changed you back. You were never meant to be this, and you know it. I made my own decisions, preacher man. Don't think you can spout rhetoric at me.
So
At which
Chloe,
point, what'd you say?
So Chloe grabbed me and Tiger?
Yeah.
Okay.
At which point Arthur will get into the van with as I'm assuming everybody else is getting into the van.
Well, not Chloe.
Yeah.
Ping. Ping
Yeah,
grabbed
Ping.
you.
Yeah, Ping grabbed. Basically, Ping saw what she was doing, which was basically Outrage 5. Grabs you guys and goes, no! No unsokable act. No unsokable act. Yeah.
I whistle over to Wolverine.
Wolverine will look at Xander. Did you figure out why I can't go in?
I'll point to the woman that's making threatening gestures and say, I think we have bigger fish to fry at the moment.
He'll look and look back. Who?
I'll show what I'm seeing over Packlink. Who?
He'll look at that and say, that's not on my plane of existence. I can't even get to that plane of existence. How the hell is she able to be visible? She's in the Shadowlands.
He probably wouldn't say Shadowlands. He'd probably say Owl's domain.
Okay. How are you able to see into Owl's domain right now?
We aren't.
Get out.
Okay. Really powerful war totem says, get out. I'm getting in the vehicle.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's get out.
I'm with Ping wherever he is.
In the vehicle.
And
Ping has
the-
dragged you and Jason into the vehicle.
Y'all's healer somehow slipped into the Umbra and into the van.
Where did he go?
He, all of a sudden, Charlie ran, but he apparently got so nervous he slipped into the Umbra and into the van, ran into the Umbra reflection of the van.
Okay, so Proteus will look down at you and say, "Don't scratch my van. I can fix it on this side, but don't. Just don't."
My bad. Sorry. I didn't even know I could do that easily with air.
He's just like, "Do I need to push you out? I'll push you out."
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Unless you want to come with me and points him to go talk to that bitch.
The what?
He basically grabs him by the scruff of the neck and points him to Chloe. Unless you want to come with me to come talk to that bitch.
Now the van turns into a transformer and slaps you.
Yeah. Well, no, Proteus is just like, I can't reach her. She's the chick that punched me the first time, right? I'm supposed to run over her, aren't I? But I can't run over her where she is. So let's go.
Yeah,
So
let's get out.
Let's go.
So the van will
we
start.
need help.
The van will start driving away as Arthur gets in.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Okay then.
So, Emerald Mother?
Yeah.
When we get back to the Emerald Mother, David will tell Xander that we should probably head back to the Sept for now.
And
Just because I have to go, because I have to wake up in 5 hours.
Oh yeah. And Charlie will turn to Xander and tell him, I'll see you at the training area in Roach's area step. We need to talk about your you need to be little bit more socialized in the human for a little bit more in the human etiquette.
At that point, I'll kind of smile and showing my canines and say, I am social. And make it look like I'm about to eat you.
He does not move. He just puts two fingers at the front, in the center of your forehead, push you back. You're lucky I'm a little bit more laid back than most fosterers. Don't do that again.
Let's see. So you guys get to the Emerald Mother. Ari.
Yeah, Sorina's already there,
Right.
drinking to get Tesla to shut the hell up.
Okay, so Bill would be running your tab, making sure that you had enough alcohol to shut her up. You hear a van screech up outside. And
Yeah, that'll get her attention.
yeah. So out from the van will come people I think you've already seen. You've met Charlie last night if I remember correctly, and Arthur, and Jason, and then David and Xander Morganson, but the two Morgansons I guess are leaving. So
Yeah. I guess we'll, well, if you come out before we leave, we'd, at least wave. Just because we do recognize you.
yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're jumping off, because...
Good night, guys.
Night.
Night.
Yay, flight to Ohio. Yay.
That guys suck.
Uh-huh.
I should probably log off because I have to be up early.
Okay.
Well,
later. So out of the van will come all these people you recognize, and then a little Chinese teenager with a raven on his shoulder.
that's someone she hasn't met. Sorina will wave at the people she recognizes.
Arthur will wave back and head back inside. He'll look down at Ping and say, "You want to come inside? Am I allowed?" "Sure, it's a safe haven for everyone." "Okay." So
when Ping comes near, goes across the door, he'll see the Emerald spirit representation of the Emerald Mother walk across his path, look at him, nod in recognition, and walk away.
and Ping will bow honorably. If you take a good look at Ping's clothing, he's wearing slightly decayed Chinese funeral garb.
That'll really get Sorina's attention, so she'll adjust her goggles and pull up Prime Sight.
Okay.
And Tesla's being cooperative now that he's shutting the hell up.
First thing you'll see a strand of energy going from the kid to the raven on his shoulder. You'll also notice a unusual type of energy infusing the child's body.
Interesting.
There's also a larger after effect of the child that seems a bit more hungry, following him.
Very interesting.
Arthur will lead Ping up to the bar, set him down. Bill will look down. "What the hell?" "Yeah, just go ahead and give him whatever he wants on my tab."
No, put it on mine.
Ping will ask for some noodles with chicken and some tea.
Yeah, and Sorina will pay out her tab so far and say, just charge it to me.
He'll nod and say, "Okay, it's very nice of you, Sorina."
Not a problem.
Arthur will look over at the Aetherite. Having a good evening.
Oh, just getting you-know-who to stop saying stuff.
I can understand that.
Oh,
He runs his fingers through his silver hair, and is like, sometimes I hear things.
Yep, I get that. So who's your new friend?
This is Ping. He was dead, now he's not. Ping just looks over at him. Yeah, I was saved by people like you. I came here because there's still bad stuff happening where I'm from.
Okay. Well, there's a couple ways that could happen.
Well, brother of mine and sister of mine made these big towers that seem to be sucking in souls and channeling the maelstrom.
And I'm
And-
rolling
Yeah.
past lives.
What?
And I'm rolling past lives.
Okay.
I don't think Tesla would know that, but go ahead.
It's kind of,
There's other people who've had this avatar, you know.
yeah.
Tesla's just the big one.
Yeah.
So would at diff 7 at somewhere between diff 7 and 9 enough for one of my past lives to pick up that means Wraith?
Yeah. You can imagine. You can get the feeling of Wraith off of this kid.
Okay.
Not much more than that because what he's talking about are ancient Stygian constructs that haven't been seen since Chiron took over as the ferryman.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sorina's gonna think, and she's gonna think hard, and her expression's gonna be one of kind of surprise, and she shakes her head and she goes, "No, no, no, no. I just got him to shut up. I don't need any more memories from further back."
I'm just gonna chuckle. Man, how many people you got in that head of yours?
My thing's been from person to person. It's not a new one. I'm trying to keep it just me and him and stuff, but I got one from further back. That's hard. That was yeah. Okay, so let's start this from the beginning. You're from the Shadowlands?
He'll nod his head. Yeah,
Okay.
ever since I died in the... Ever since I died... He'll, like, furrow his brow. How did I die again? I don't remember.
Do you remember what year it was?
What's this year?
2016?
2016.
It was this year.
Odd. Those sound really, really old. Like, the memory that remembers hearing about them is really, really old.
Well, I know that the towers were there when I died. Because I saw them and then they pulled me in. But... He'll just look confused and... He just will look confused. I've got a subject matter Arthur will speak of this. I got a subject matter expert that's actually on his way in to this city. Funny enough, when I started hearing about this, I thought maybe I should call this guy. It turns out he's already on his way here. He'll look at Charlie. Do you remember Johnny Buccarati, the Giovanni?
Oh, Johnny?
Yeah, the guy with the bum leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently his particular flavor of his kind deals with the Shadowlands and souls and things like that.
I had heard that there was some form of more spiritual Eastern vampires around here as well.
Yeah, they're
Question.
called the Quajin or the Cathayans or the Second Lives or the
The
Children of the Second Life
Kithans
or something like
are
that.
the Kithans are changelings.
No, Cathayan.
Cathayans.
You're thinking
Cathay is
of
for China.
yeah.
Oh,
He'll look at Charlie and say Cathayan.
sorry. They
It's okay.
sound similar.
I've actually heard that from a Tremere once, so
Oh.
that doesn't surprise me. I've heard Flavio refer to his Bob. I've heard Jolie refer to his people as riding the wind of the second breath or something like that. So I guess everybody has their own word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, equation or the in general term. I really I really got to talk to Owl at some point. Apparently now,
Yeah.
his kids have no presence. His kids have no presence here.
Arthur will look confused. Owl has children?
Silent Striders.
Oh, I've only heard of them in passing.
Yeah, they're pretty much just they're vagabonds. They don't stay in one spot unless they're tied down to a pack that stayed.
Well, that makes sense then. So yeah, I called Johnny. I told him what I saw in the Shadowlands, and he said, "Get the fuck away." Well, he said it a lot more politely than I just said it. He basically said, "Get away." So I did,
Yeah.
and we're back here with Ping, who I still don't understand. You were a wraith, found your old body, and got back inside it. Hillsnod.
Past lives, if I've heard anything about this. Well, there's a 10 at least.
Yeah, the 10's the only thing you're going to get. It happens.
Yeah, so Sorina will just say, it happens, and then rub her temples.
Yeah. How many ancestors can you channel?
Well, it all depends on the topics that they know.
Okay. Oh,
Because in theory, the Avatar remembers everything, and mine is stronger than most.
Arthur's just like, yeah, I don't know if my avatar is a brand new baby or what, but I don't get anything from him.
Some
Or
are
her.
just like that.
Yeah.
some of the guru can channel their ancestors, some can't. I can't. I don't even know if I can get that, to be honest, because most of my ancestors are in Ireland. But yeah,
Yeah, it's not my
probably.
direct ancestors that I'm channeling. I'm channeling the previous holders of my magical potential.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. But yeah, probably a good thing you called Johnny because I'd have to sit down and learn from Owl, and that's a lot of info dump that I'm not prepared to go travel to his domain, travel to go find him for. Considering I just came from the being inducted into the Ember.
Arthur's just going to look confused at what you're saying.
Owl deals with is our person for the dead.
Right. I figured that, but there's a whole society built around the veneration of owl that's not involving the Silent Striders.
No, but I'm just saying I'd have to go find Al and pretty much have him info dump an entire subject that I'm not fluent in to begin with.
I see. Well, I don't know enough about about race or anything like that. And he'll look at Ping, and Ping's just sitting there drinking the broth from his noodles.
I don't know if he's learned anything yet because he's kind of a newbie.
Ping will just look up and say, "Yeah, I don't know much about what's going on. I had to work very, very hard to get my body back."
But yeah, there's a whole entire spirit society devoted that's Owl's breed that I could go to. One of them oh I'm not sure about because that goes too far into depth that I've from rumors. But we
Well,
probably
if there's any way to find one, I mean, go ahead. I could try summoning Owl, but could be a not good idea.
you think it'd be a good idea for me, and even with your help, I have the right to do it. Or at least I can learn it. It'd be a bitch. I actually have the right to get somebody to lead me to Owl, and I can learn the right to call Owl. Either way, I'm not prepared to have that conversation yet.
I don't know much about owl spirits or anything like that. All I know is that Mr. Owl knows how many licks it takes to get the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
Not just that, he's pretty much the go-to spirit for dead things.
Yeah, well,
Him and his brood.
all I know is that it usually helps to have something nearby to offer him, and not necessarily a chiminage, but an actual prey.
And the fact that we have bonars in the city is that's why I'm not ready
Not
to
just
get
bonars, we have ratkin too.
I know. We've worked with them before. You think I'm prepared to try and go there?
I could probably convince a mouse gaffling to sacrifice itself to Owl. But that risks me getting on the bad side of other spirits that I like to deal with.
Yeah. So I have
Well,
to
do you like any moles? You could probably convince a mole to sacrifice itself to Owl.
Arthur's gonna look at Charlie. Are owls of the worm or the weaver? I've never actually ran into a mole spirit before. Are moles of the worm or the weaver?
Well, they dig things a lot.
I believe that would be enough at div 6. 3 successes at div 6. 1 success at div 9.
1, 2, 3. It's spirit lore.
Well, he was using Umbrella lore. So probably div 9.
I'm asking Sean, since he's the one that would know.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Sean's dealing with some things, so.
Yeah, Sorina's just operating on if the spirit world works the way nature does.
Yeah.
Because there are other rodents that owls might eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go down to Australia and try to find capybara. That'd be a huge. They're Gaian spirits, so not something you'd particularly want to offer up.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, maybe if I form some gnosis into the shape of a mouse and use a little string to move it around, do you think I would like that? Or is that like my offering a paradox spirit truffle bacon mac and cheese while drunk on wormwood absinthe a bad idea?
well, I suppose you could also, as I said, since the owl knows how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop, you could offer a Tootsie Pop spirit of some sort.
Right.
I think those are chimera, not spirits.
I'm afraid I'm not really versed in anything, so
I can see those, those, by the way.
I can totally see all the advertising mascot chimeras getting eaten by owl.
Right.
They're always after me, Lucky. Whoo!
I can. And speaking of chimera, I can see those.
That's right.
Partly why I avoid the wormwood absinthe that Riker has on tab.
Well, you know where he got that from, right?
Yes, looking
Well,
right
great.
at the person.
Could you catch one and give it to Owl?
I don't know if Al can eat chimera.
It's worth a shot.
They technically exist on a different plane of existence.
Well, that's why he has to catch one first.
That and normally if somebody even tried to kill a chimera, it incurred badness. So
okay.
And I'm kind of sensitive to that because of my heritage.
Okay.
Wait, I've never heard Owl get drunk. Looking at the bottle of absinthe.
Offer that to Owl?
Arthur's just gonna say, I'm gonna get beat up by a spirit. I just know it.
Well, make sure you have spirits while you get beat up by a spirit.
I'm trying to. I'm just spouting off ideas, and out of character, I don't think you're prepared to try and play Owl.
I'm not. I'm really on my way down, so we may have to stop the scene soon. Arthur's just going to say, well, all good ideas, all great ideas. Not as bad as the one where I got drunk with Jason and we summoned a paradox spirit, tried to feed it truffle bacon mac and cheese so it would stop hitting us, and it just kept hitting us.
No, you should throw pies in the face of paradox spirits.
Yeah, because that would have gone over just as well. Did I mention that we were drunk and high at the same time, thanks to that absinthe that I had imported from Amsterdam?
That to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arthur's going to stretch a bit. Well, I'm going to take a walk back home underneath the mother's light, and I'll see you guys later.
Later. Be careful, man.
Arthur will walk outside. Bill's going to look at you guys. So, I'm guessing things with the bitch did not go well.
Bitch 1 led us to bitch 2, aka Chloe.
Wait, she's alive?
She's a wraith. She matches
she's not alive.
Yeah, she matches the description of what I heard rumors of a wraith would look like.
Dark, see-through, and scary?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Bill just shuddered. It sounds horribly B-word to me.
Very.
It's okay. I don't ever want to see her after what happened. Let's just say I don't want to see her ever.
Dude, I was hesitant to even go in the graveyard. It was that B word. That much of a B word.
Well, good thing Riker wasn't with you, or he would have died.
Yeah. Have you ever watched Riker play World of Warcraft in the Scourge areas of Northrend?
No, because I have a life.
Well, when he's in that area, look over his shoulder. It was kind of, from what I was told, like that.
That's creepy. It's really creepy.
With a big, huge storm hovering over it.
A storm? Ping's just like, yeah,
Maelstrom.
it was a maelstrom.
Yeah, Maelstrom.
Ping's just like, so I should probably go.
Probably. Don't want to keep.
I'll keep you guys apprised as to what I'm going on. Oh, and if that Giovanni guy shows up, don't tell him about me.
I'm not going to. If you could you happen to give word to Owl that I want to speak to him?
I don't know if I can, but if I do see him, I'll pass along the word.
Alright.
Right now, I'm just trying to hope that a ferryman doesn't find me.
Alright, and Charlie, was it?
And
Yes.
Ping will walk out the door.
Yeah, it's, hi, I'm Sorina. I'm new in town. Next time you go to face Gary, bring me along.
Alright. Yeah, that was just a spur of the moment thing. A friend of mine's ex turned fatal attraction. It showed up and it had RBF rural bitch face,
Yeah.
and led us to the graveyard.
Okay. Well, I'm new in town. I want to get better known and better acquainted with people in our community. And I've got a lightning gun.
Alright.
You'll hear Sirloin shout over, yeah, you don't even know how legit that lightning gun is. It looks fantastic.
Well, it's not. They're not your. I don't think they're of your particular flavor, but there's some of your society over at the observatory.
They're not of my particular flavor, and I'd rather not hang out with the Hermetics if I can help it. So
the other one is hiding out at a major tourist attraction, and basically gives you the directions to the Akashic Brotherhood.
she'll nod and she'll say, "Yeah, that can be fun for now." But no, I'd rather like to get well known by the non-mages in the community.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, because I heard everybody's all hunky dory, and there aren't any other Aetherites for me to report to, so I can go off and do my own thing. And I just want to get better known, and I want to help shoot magical lightning at scary things, especially if they're technocratic scary things. So I want to get on your guys' good side, prove I'm not a spy, then I'll go do stuff.
Yeah, because in Bill above this, because the last son of Ether in the area was masquerading as a member of the NWO.
Yeah, so
as a
That's
double
not
agent.
that's not me. I'm on the mad science side of science. That's science in all capitals with 3 exclamation points.
Well, I'm more the flavor, Arthur's flavor. There's a couple people of my group that be somewhat your flavor, but I'm not for sure. Uh, but yeah, I'm around. I'll be around. A lot of times, I'm bouncing back and forth between the Changelings area and our areas, and dealing with the technocracy because they're uh, seriously, we were.
Okay. Yeah, from what you guys have been telling me, that they're seriously Weaver. No, it's my particular flavor of mage. We try to make science have wonder again. We don't like the kind of science that just shows up, solves your problems, and makes you owe money to people. No, we like the kind of science that makes everyone glued to their television sets watching a man walk on the goddamn moon.
And Charlie will look at Bill and be like, "Well, that sounds familiar."
Yeah, it sure does. She has more in common with Arthur than I think Arthur does.
Right.
Well, I've never been there. One of my past lives has, or at least in the etheric space equivalent of the moon.
Oh, you mean the Umbra? That's where Arthur was.
No, not the Umbra. The etheric space. It's technically was this reality, but since it's been erased from the consensus, it isn't anymore.
At that point, Bill's gonna start thinking, was that before the Autumn people returned? He'll look very focused, and he'll actually sit down and start thinking.
Yeah, it's.
I need a little bit more teaching.
Yeah, it's
man.
when people change, when enough people around the world change the way they think of the world, the rules that make the world work change with it. And there used to be a thing called the ether, and it was awesome. And then the technocracy said, no, it doesn't exist, and so it stopped existing. So then it became a lot harder to go to the moon.
Oh, that's sucky.
Yeah.
Bill's just sitting off to the side, talking to himself, trying to sort out his remembrances and see if this was around the same time that reality slammed, that the Autumn people appeared and the doorways to Concordia, not Concordia, to
Arcadia.
Arcadia opened and then slammed shut before this she could get back through.
No, this would have been much later. This is the specific event she's talking about was the Michelson-Morley experiment in the early 20th century.
Well, no, then it would, yeah, then this would have happened. That would have happened before him, because he's not a Scathash, but he's been around since the she fled the first time. But he's trying to remember about the thing that happened in the '60s where the technocracy, the gates opened, the she came back, the gates then got slammed shut because of the technocracy working with the Dantain, and everything started to suck again.
Yeah, that would be kind of a. It's what she's saying sounds familiar in that vein because it's the technocracy being the technocracy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, Bill will look up and say, "No, I must have been cycling back when that happened. It's a shame. It sounds like it would have been a lot of fun."
Yeah. If I learned the right magics, I could show you something similar to what it was, but I don't know them yet.
We'll
Heck,
just
if I learn the right magics, I could project my memories to you, but that's very disconcerting for all involved.
yeah, especially considering how long my brain's been rattling around.
Oh, you've got that too?
Well, let's just say that in the early days when there was still she around and the gates to Arcadia were open, I was here when the gates to Arcadia slammed shut and the she were running back home. I stayed behind with members of House Scathach to help protect our mortal children as well as the other Fae that could not get back into Arcadia. And I've been around ever since.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're a changeling, right?
Yeah.
You've got the you remember past lives thing going on,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so do I.
Wow. Well, technically it wasn't a past life because it's always been me, not with different names. I've always been Sir William Harcourt,
Then
Knight
yeah,
of House Gwydion.
it's different. I don't know if there was a life between that one and mine, but the last life I can remember was Nikola Tesla. And occasionally I get glimpses from before that.
Fascinating. You didn't
Yeah.
happen to know Aleister Crowley, did you?
I think we had a meeting at one point, but we'd met very briefly. And out of character, are you going with he was a hermetic, or
Well,
I don't
see,
want to say something. I don't want to contradict you, but yes, Tesla met Crowley at one meeting.
Yeah, I was going with the fact that he was Hermetic, even though there are some people that swear up and down he was Clan Giovanni, and some that even swear he was Clan Tremere.
Okay, he was a mage. He was a mage, and he was Order of Hermes. He was. And she starts muttering to herself. It sounds like she's reciting her half of that dinner.
Yeah.
For like
at that point, Bill will speak
seconds.
up and we'll just be like, "Yeah, I've never met somebody who talked in such a boring manner about expanding the consciousness of humanity."
Yeah.
I mean, it's so rigid and ornamented, and he'll start holding his head. Ow, that hurts. That hurts.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate when that.
No, it's banal. It's Just thinking about it hurts.
No. We want to give humanity what the Etherites want to do is we want to give humanity a great big pile of tools to expand their entire horizon, and then have them find the best way to do it. Unlike the technocracy, who want to just spoon feed it and make them in debt to them.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
After all, we want people to expand their minds, expand their thoughts, create new dreams. Because after all, without dreams, people are empty and hollow.
Yeah, it's all about adding to human possibility.
Exactly.
And that's what Tesla's big quest is, and that's what he won't stop shutting up about in my head. Is give humanity free, unlimited energy.
Free unlimited energy. Well, that sounds like that would have made some enemies back in those days.
Yep. But if he had his way, then all you'd really need to do to power this place is stick a lightning rod up in the air.
Yeah, that's true. Good luck trying to get Riker to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be trying to find a way to do that into our existing power grid rather than Tesla's idea of just pulling it through the air. But it is on my back burner as soon as I can find things.
Well, if you need any help, I've got connections. A lot of people in the city do. It's all about knowing who to talk to and how to use them.
Got anybody who can get their hands on plutonium?
No, unfortunately, the technocracy keeps that under a tight lock and key.
Ah, darn it. That would have been the easy way.
Of course it would have.
She just grins. Besides, how else am I going to get the 1.21 gigawatts to go back in time in my DeLorean? Yeah, alter the past to make us have the real damn hoverboards.
If only. Well, if there's one thing I learned recently, it's that there are consequences when you alter reality.
Always are. But there's no consequences for joking about it.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've probably seen mages try to do something and then stop, and it looks like they hurt themselves.
Once or twice.
Yeah, there are consequences when we try to alter reality and do it wrong.
I think I've heard Arthur. I think I've seen Arthur talk about it.
Yeah.
Charlie, you've seen Arthur fly through the air, right?
Yeah, so did Riker, apparently.
Yeah, we have a word for it, but the best way to think about it is when you try to bend reality, reality bends you back.
Oh.
It's kind of like our B word.
Yeah.
Speaking of, can you pass me the Jack Daniels?
He'll
He's rubbing his temple.
Pass him a bottle of Jack Daniels in a glass.
Thank you.
And I think I hear Tesla waking up, so give me a shot of whiskey.
He'll pass Sorina a shot of whiskey, and then another. We'll actually pass her a fifth for her to fill herself up.
Sweet. Yeah, she keeps keeping Tesla asleep. Yay. Very few mages have to go to these kinds of lengths to ignore their avatar.
Bill just chuckled at that. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and call scene now before I fall asleep.
Night, Brett.
Good night. Thank you, players, for playing. We've had a watcher or two, so thank you, watchers, for watching. It's been another edition of Hong Kong House Cards. Everything that you think was true is now, in fact, shaking up a bit more. So
everything you know is wrong, black is white, up and down, and short is long.
Everything, nothing is true, everything's permitted. Is that how that goes?
Everything was permitted and nothing was true.
Oh. Maybe the other way around.
Necrophilia is on the list.
Good night.